AITA for wanting to read Harry Potter to my daughter. My wife and I are fighting right now over my reading aloud to my daughter. My daughter is 8 years old and I am currently on the third Harry Potter book with her. We started reading them together last year. I have explained to my wife that it brings me joy and my daughter likes me to read to her. It is bonding time between her and I. My wife wants my daughter to be reading at her reading level books that my daughter has picked out. She wants my daughter to not be dependent on me reading to her. At school her math is her best score. Grammar and reading are average in the class. This came to a head last night when I had gone to the park with my daughters and came back home and my 8-year-old wanted me to read Harry Potter to her. My wife brought up the normal complaints that my daughter should read on her own. My wife is upset that my daughter has not been motivated to read her library books that she brought home from school. My wife states that the only reading source that she wants is Harry Potter at nighttime. I was upset because I feel like this is my time with my daughter. I sometimes work nights, and my wife states my daughter gets whiny when she doesn't have dad reading to her at night. She states that my daughter didn't want to finish her library books unless my wife is strict with her to read the books. My daughter has just finished an 11-chapter book and wanted to have the whole series. I believe that reading to my daughter is good for bonding and doesn't diminish her reading time on her own. AITA for stating that I will continue reading to her even if my wife wants it to stop. My wife thinks I am creating a dependent reader and it is my taste not my daughter's. FYI, I have never read Harry Potter. Is it worth it to give up the bonding and reading time with my daughter to trade for my daughter independent reading?